the 2024-25 season is a major milestone for Chelsea. The West Londoners returned to the Champions League by finishing fourth in the Premier League and winning the UEFA Conference League, a feat that reaffirmed their ambitions under manager Enzo Maresca. Chelsea's €31 million (£27 million) fine for breaching UEFA's spending rules has left them in a position where they are forced to reduce their squad costs. UEFA's terms also stipulate that if they fail to demonstrate a reduction in their wage bill and transfer income, Chelsea may not be able to register additional players for the Champions League for the next 2 seasons. As a result, Chelsea head into the summer of 2025 with a double whammy, needing to sell to balance their finances and restructuring their squad to suit their tactics and build their long-term squad. According to The Guardian, Chelsea are expected to let around 14 players leave this transfer window. The specific list includes Christopher Nkunku, forward; João Felix, forward; Noni Madueke, forward, winger; Robert Sanchez, goalkeeper; George Petrovic, goalkeeper; Renato Veiga, defender, centre-back; Ben Chilwell, defender, left; Axel Disasi, centre-back; Wesley Fofana, centre-back; Trevor Chalobah, centre-back, defender; Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, central midfielder; Carney Chukwuemeka, central midfielder; Leslie Ugochukwu, central midfielder; Raheem Sterling, forward, winger. The liquidation of the force is also a methodical step to solve the problem of squad weight, rebalancing personnel according to Maresca's strategy. Attacks wings. Nkunku, despite scoring 14 goals last season, only 3 came in the Premier League, valued at around £60 million and a target for Bayern Munich. This is a good, open door for Chelsea to make a profit. João Felix, moved permanently in 2023, around £45 million, then loaned out to AC Milan. Only scored 3 goals in Serie A last season. Chelsea are willing to let him go to free up a high wage bill and raise funds for a new project. Noni Madueke, despite scoring 11 goals last season, he is considered stagnant and does not fit Maresca's plans. Raheem Sterling has a 2-year contract, salary £325k per week. After failing to live up to expectations at Arsenal, on loan, he is unlikely to find a place at Stamford Bridge goalkeepers. Robert Sanchez and George Petrovic are all on the list of possible departures for the right fee or financial solution. Defense. Ben Chilwell, Axel Disasi, Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah and Renato Veiga are all likely to be sold. Chilwell and Chalobah have had their roles readjusted. Other clubs including Crystal Palace, Fulham and Villarreal are interested. Wesley Fofana, once expected to be a mainstay, has been injured repeatedly and is considered a big risk for the £70 million investment. Midfield. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, Carney Chukwuemeka and Leslie Ugochukwu are unlikely to find a consistent place. Chukwuemeka spent several weeks on loan at Dortmund. Ugochukwu has just returned from Southampton relegation. Dewsbury-Hall has failed to break into the first team after moving from Leicester to Maresca. Not all of the names mentioned above will be leaving. For example, Andre Santos, midfielder, has had an excellent season with Strasbourg and is likely to be retained by Chelsea or deployed on a bigger stage such as this year's Club World Cup. Furthermore, Maresca and the board understand that they need to keep at least 25 players registered to play as per Premier League regulations. In addition, the transfer deals have been shaped as follows. Liam Delap, from Ipswich, and João Pedro are new signings to strengthen the squad.
Jamie Gittins, Dortmund, and Estevão Willian, Palmeiras, along with Mamadou Sarr, Strasbourg, are young contracts for the future. Chelsea are currently implementing a zero-based rebuild strategy, rebuilding from scratch, building on Maresca's philosophy. Reducing the wage bill, increasing revenue from deals like Nkunku, Felix, Chilwell, to serve UEFA's financial goals. Reducing the noise of the squad Chelsea currently has more than 50 players under contract. Clearances free up space, create real competition. Youth orientation. Chelsea are following a strategy of signing young players with potential to increase in value, for example Cole Palmer, Amugu, Santos, Delap. They borrow, give opportunities and sell at the right time to make a stable profit. Build a flexible squad. Maresca needs an environment to experiment with tactics where only players with tactical adaptability and real quality will survive, in order to achieve the upcoming Europa, Champions League target. Where will Nkunku go? Bayern are still interested, he prefers to stay in Europe, price around £60 million. Chilwell, Fofana, Chukwuemeka, Petrovic. Who will be sold? Who will be loaned? The path will depend on the transfer fee, offers and Chelsea's financial needs. Club financial projection. Will Chelsea be able to prove to UEFA that they are financially stable and registered for the 2025-26 Champions League? Chelsea are facing a major rebuild with around 14 players leaving, some sources mention up to 14 to 15, focusing on players who do not fit the long-term strategy or have high salaries, values. Coach Enzo Maresca and the board of directors want to be quick and effective, sell surplus players to raise capital, reduce salaries, make room for the youth team and prepare tactical resources. The ultimate goal: exploit talent, balance finances with UEFA and build a classy, young, potential squad to pursue major titles in the coming seasons. Chelsea is now entering a fateful summer. Sell players, raise capital, rebuild the squad, to move towards a more stable and ambitious future.